But first at 9, another attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. It's the second attempt on his life in the past 9 weeks. This time it happened at the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida.
We're told the suspect was hiding along a fairway where Trump was playing golf. Secret Service agents reportedly spotted a gun poking through a fence and opened fire on the suspect, who ran off. A witness told police they saw the suspect get into a car, so they took a picture of the license plate. And thanks to that information, the FBI was able to track that suspect down. He was then pulled over in his car and taken into custody a short time later. That suspect has now been identified as 58-year-old Ryan Routh. Zach Perletsky joins us live in the studio with the latest on the information we have surrounding this case. Obviously very disturbing.
Yeah, second time in 9 weeks, as you mentioned, but we want to emphasize this time the former president was not shot in this assassination attempt. And in an email he sent out to supporters shortly after those shots did ring out, the former president said he is alive and well. Tonight we spoke with an executive protection expert with over 20 years experience who wonders how this would-be assassin got so close to the former president in the first place.
Both today and Butler, Pennsylvania falls on whoever made the decision for the perimeters. And if the perimeters had been secured, neither incident would happen.
Frank Roberson has protected numerous politicians, celebrities, and CEOs in his more than 20-year career.
There's nobody that can tell me that they can't afford to get, 4 to 6 guys in cars to sit around the perimeter.
As the former president was playing golf at Trump International Golf Club, Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says a Secret Service agent who was a hole ahead of former President Trump saw the barrel of a rifle sticking out of a bush. Sheriff Bradshaw says that agent fired at the suspect, who then took off running and left in a car. A nearby witness was able to get a picture of that car, which was tracked to the next county over.
In the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of.
While concerned about the advance work and how a man with a gun could get within a few hundred yards of Trump, Roberson says the agents with the former president did their job.
And the way the sniper teams work with presidential details, they always look at where the principal is out. They never look back, so they're looking at the fence line.
And here in Arizona, Team Trump in the Arizona GOP had scheduled a press conference and festival to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month. That event, though, was postponed in the aftermath of this assassination attempt. Guys?
Zach, what do we know about the suspect so far?
So as you mentioned, that suspect has been identified by reports as 58-year-old Ryan Routh. We know from those reports he had spent much of his life in North Carolina and recently had moved to Hawaii. And we also know that he frequently posted on social media in the last couple of years about the war in Ukraine and even had a website to raise money to recruit volunteers to fight against that Russian invasion that's going on right now.
Now, did local police say why there wasn't a larger scale or more police presence around the golf course?
So the sheriff, Secret Service, FBI at a press conference shortly after this all took place, they said that basically because Trump is not the sitting president, if he was the current sitting president, they would have had law enforcement lined through the entire golf course, all of those streets, the way it was set up, the hole that he was on and that this assassin was on was kind of at a bush, at a fence right next to the street. So if he was the sitting president, they said there would have been a bigger law enforcement presence, but since he is not at the moment, they did it the way that the Secret Service determined kind of they had the people in the place that they thought they needed to be.
Very interesting. I'm sure we'll be getting more details in the next couple of days. Zach Perletsky reporting. Thanks so much.